We have a problem. As a nation, we have a problem. I can't believe I'm born in a country like this. It's embarrassing to say I'm American. I'm really embarrassed. It's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Now, here's the thing. I think my channel is going to start going to migrant issues because the migrant problem is so bad. And I know that the lawmakers are doing it on purpose. They're doing it on purpose. They know exactly what they're doing. And what they're trying to do is get us all riled up. Because now the migrants are having fights in the shelters, assaulting officers um, here in New York City, stabbing other migrants, stealing other migrants' things that us taxpayers are giving them while they're here. Um, there was a big arrest today at one of the shelters here in New York City, and it was all migrants. Now, listen, listen. We need to really, I not, and I know it's going to happen. You know, see, by New York being a sanctuary state, this is why Texas is sending them up here. Now, Texas, I respect Texas. And I understand why Texas want to be its own country. They want to break away from the union. I would too. Because the stupidity that these politicians and these liberals and Democrats, they're just incompetent people. Now we have more homeless in our streets, more panhandling. These guys are around, not in New York, but in Chicago, going home to home asking for money, asking for food. We already have that going in our country. We don't need more of it. And it's just turning to be a circus here. You know, now they want to put down the migrants because in New York, at least in New York City, we have this law that we can't turn down. If you're homeless, we have to put you somewhere. That's the law in New York City, not New York State. There's a policy in New York City that if you're homeless and you go somewhere, like I said, a homeless place, homeless shelter place, and you're sitting there, you're homeless, they have to put you up somewhere. But the problem is that our homeless shelter system is overwhelmed at this time, and now they want to put up. Now the migrants understand the law of the city and that they have to put them up somewhere. Now it's like I'm entitled to stay somewhere. Now they want to put them in 5-star hotels. They want to put them up in the most expensive apartments that are not being occupied. They are empty right now. They want to put them in what? These guys are not even. They're committing fraud for one. These asylum seekers, they're not seekers. Do you know what asylum seeker mean? These guys are not here for because they can't live in their country because they're about to get killed or they feel unsafe. They're here for economical reasons. That's what they're here for. For you to file for asylum, meaning that you fear your government or prosecution or whatever going on in your country, that you don't feel safe in that country, that you have to come to America and put in for asylum. These guys are not here for that. So they're already committing fraud, welfare fraud, just to get handouts. Because thanks to Joe Biden, allowed it. And guess who pays for it? Us taxpayers. And we can't get our homeless people that are U.S. citizens or veterans that are homeless into a place. They just put them onto the side and put these guys in the. Whoa, what are you doing? But anyway, yeah, it's the things that I'm hearing is very. I can't believe I'm hearing it. I can't believe, this is what Trump was trying to prevent. And this is what Trump was trying to do. And now everyone is up in rage about it. You wanted this Joe Biden in the White House. You already knew what he was going to do. The person that was going to stop and secure the border, you didn't want him. Now you have this Pop Tart, and he don't know what's going on because he's so senile and he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just he's the most unconfident president that this country ever had. I don't know how they let him in the White House. I mean, corruption at its finest. But anyway, it's only going to get worse. It's going to get worse. I mean, the things that we're seeing, and I'm not telling like it is. I'm not going to sit here and just be like, now I understand that America has a heart to helping people, but it's always for the wrong reasons, usually. Like usually when America gives money to a country, there's something in return. Nothing is free. There's never a free lunch in this world. If America give a country money, well, they're going to put a military base there. America will never give you something. America is never going to give you something and not take something back from you. And usually whatever America gives you, they take more. America is like a casino. It's like a casino. They always going to be on top. And then you be indebted to them. That's how American government, that's how they work. I see it all over the world. Latin America owes America a lot because they always giving them money. So when America gives you something, if they give you 1,000, you're going to give them 1,000,000. And usually it's in resources. Whatever you got in your country, they're going to rape that. Put a military base there. But besides the point of getting off sidetrack of that, this is ridiculous. And the crazy part, as citizens, we know we can do about it. Because this guy, this is a sanctuary state. Texas is not sanctuary. That's why they put them on buses and send them to Chicago, here, and I don't know where else they send them at. But they're causing problem in the community. These migrants are causing mayhem in the community. Like we already don't have problems with our own crime and social issues in our communities. We don't need other problems. But the only thing I can say is we need to start praying. But is it? I mean, and we need to pray. I mean, I don't like to focus on politics so much, but every time I look around, there's something more crazy coming out of the woodwork. We need to focus on Jesus. But I'm sitting here today and hearing what I'm hearing. You cannot not get frustrated, especially when it's affecting your community. I live here. This is my city. It affects us. We have enough issues going on, and we have already enough violence, a lot of homeless. Most of the homeless here in New York City, they're fighting drug addiction. They have mental health issues. Those are the two major things. I'm not even talking about other things that got going on while people are homeless here. Now you open the floodgate with migrants. And then you put the migrants in a bad situation too, because you guys are still on the street waiting for a city ID. Because as a migrant, a single male, you can only stay in shelter for 30 days. Or wherever they put you, you gotta get out all over again because you have other migrants coming up. So it doesn't do anything. And you just adding more to the pot, adding more fuel to the fire. And then you got some guys like from West Africa, they complaining like this is worse than their country because of the cold weather. Well, listen, because you don't need to be here. You're not a asylum seeker. You're here because of financial situations. That's why you come. Because believe me, if you was here because you're about to get killed in your country, do you think that you would get complaining about the weather here? Yeah, I understand. It gets cold in New York. That people know, everyone knows that. But that was your choice. And now they outraged that the city is treating them bad because they gotta stand outside in the line in the queue, waiting for whatever in the cold temperatures. Well, what do you expect? I mean, you're asking for help, right? I mean, you know what's crazy? The New York City, they offer them to go somewhere else. They say, we'll send you anywhere. If you want to, you don't want to stay here, we'll pay for your plane ticket to go anywhere else in the world. They turned it down. They said, oh, because they had to start the process all over again. Since they're already here, they want to stay here. But yet they complain and they get frustrated, want to fight in the shelters, assault staff or whatever. Today was, I don't know, I think it was a migrant that stabbed someone. It was 18 people got arrested for having weapons and knives or whatever. Listen, yeah, we need to pray. I mean, because it's only going to get worse. Until they get this guy out of office, at least. Get this guy out of office. Because he's really, and and it's like he don't even care. How's he even American? This president, how's he American? Is he even American? He doesn't even care about his nation? I guess it's probably because it's not affecting him. How do you just not take things serious? You're a president. How do you not take things serious? I'm surprised they don't impeach him. They need to impeach this guy. How you destroying this country? You're putting the lives at risk, citizens' lives at risk by bringing these people. A lot of these guys, cartels are coming through here. Who you don't know who these people are. You just let them in. They could be rapists, criminals. We have enough of that in America. We don't need more of it. You know? And then I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, when I came, because I didn't fly directly to New York, I came to the border, and when I, as a citizen, the checks and everything that they put citizens through is crazy, you know? But yet, someone that's not even from here, oh, walk right in. Don't even check them. Jesus. Listen, I'm just saying, y'all got any comments about this? Drop them down. I mean, I don't like to talk about this too much, but it's getting more crazy by the day. Like today, that big riot thing over there at the shelter was, are you serious now? These guys, now, I guarantee you they're not going to deport them. They're going to put them right back into society, right back in our community. And this is why they're a problem, because a lot when they get drunk, they don't know how to act. I've seen that. And that's probably what happened today. They get drunk, and it's the first time it happened with the migrants. When they get drunk, they party, they trash the place. There's incidents at the hotel in Manhattan where they was put them up there with domestic violence. These guys are just not your normal people that are looking to come here and really find a new life. They hear about free stuff, they want to come. Thanks to Joe Biden. Because these kind of people are going to make our communities even worse than they already are. We have enough violence. We have enough gangs over here. We don't need more to the fire. But hey, if you let Joe Biden stay in office, it will be. A lot of these guys are rapists. You don't know what we got coming through the border. terrorists. We don't know. How are we safe? We got families over here, American families with kids, grandmoms. Don't people understand that? Okay. I just want you guys to pray over this migrant thing. I don't know when it's going to stop, if it ever stops. By the time it stops, it may be too late. Who knows? I mean, I'm hearing all types of things. I don't know how true it is, but for what I can see in New York City, they're acting up. They're acting up. There already been protests that they don't want. That they don't want. That's why in certain parts, they've been the community people that live in the community have been protesting shelters, these temporarily tent shelters in their backyard because they don't want them there. These people got families and children. There are safety issues here. You just can't put this find a park and put a shelter there right in the middle of a community. You just can't do that. Not this kind of situation. You can't. It's a safety situation for the community. And no, I don't want them in my community. No, I don't. And it's not about being harsh. It's not about being biased. It's because we don't know who they are. And they're already showing us who they are. So why would you want them in your community? They're getting desperate. They're breaking houses. They're stealing property. Already they stealing. They're getting their, because a lot of them are teenage kids. They bring them up here too. They're not just babies. They're babies. They're teenage kids. They're having them go in stores stealing. Right here. We already have a problem with massive theft in our stores. Now you got these guys doing it. Listen, we need to pray. That's all I gotta say. I don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be a big civil war here, I believe, because America's going to have enough. It's going to be an uprising. People are going to get enough of this, and I'm not saying that it should happen, but people are getting tired. And people are getting tired of this stupid pity, and it just doesn't make sense, you know. And you wonder why a lot of Americans are actually leaving America. A lot of Americans are moving. I was one of them. I had to come back because of a financial situation. But if my situation happened, I would not have been here. I see where this country is going. I seen it 2 years ago. I seen it, and it's not heading in a good direction. And they just don't care no more. So safety is an issue in America. Safety is going to be the biggest issue. And they come back on police because the city, there's no more money. They rather spend money on this migrant problem, that they don't want to pay police officers. They want to cut the budget of police safety and fire department and other services because their budget is drained. All these different shelters they had to put up, they put them up in these hotels. What? Who's paying for that? That's tax money. Our governor, our this guy Mayor Adams, had to ask for money from the federal government. Would he get it? I don't know. He should, because it was Biden's administration that allowed him to come in here. It's just it's a nightmare. I don't know what else to say. It's frustrating, but we have to keep praying, and it ain't gonna get better. It ain't gonna get better. You know, I have not ever been so frustrated. Like when I was in Mexico, I was good down there. You know, you don't have stupidity, government doing stupid stuff. It's corruption everywhere, of course, but at least it doesn't really. It's not like this, you know. Because actually, the Mexican government was trying to stop all that that stuff is going on. They don't, because they don't even want them coming to their country either. But they're paying the cartels to get them up here. They're paying the cartels to get them up here. You know, they interview the migrants and they tell them, the guy from South Africa, they paid tens of thousands of dollars to get them over here to give to the border. So we just gotta pray. I don't know where you guys are from, where you guys are watching from, but maybe you guys are not dealing with this or seeing it firsthand in your city or wherever you're at in the world. But yeah, it's getting to be a real side kicker for us. And like I say, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to say no more. God has to do it. He's the only hope. Because we can't even put faith in our politics. We can't put faith in no man. This is the perfect example. Because they're gonna let you down. They're gonna let you down. No matter what it is. Government, friends, whatever, they will let you down. And you see the people that are supposed to keep us safe just let's throw their hands up like, oh, we're out of it. So basically we're here to fight for ourselves. But we have to use Jesus. He has to give us the strength to fight, because that's the only thing we're gonna be having to fight with, because there's nothing else. Everything else is failing. Our police is failing. Our government has failed us. So the only thing left is Jesus. He is it. That is it. So I'm sorry that I got on here today, said this. I hope I didn't offend anyone, but the reality is reality. I'm not going to sit here and just act like everything is, oh, well, they're, no. Because we have people right here in our own backyard that needs help. How can you fix another house when you can't fix your house? You take care of your house before you fix another man's house. We have a homeless problem right here in America, more than people are losing their homes because they can't pay their mortgage. They're sleeping in the street. We got families sleeping in their cars. But yet you just open the floodgates at the border. What are we doing? You know, that if that doesn't bother someone, I don't know. Maybe you need to check yourself. But at the same time, when it hits home, and especially when it's right in your community, you're going to say something, because it's right in your face. So I'm just going to say, let's keep praying. God bless. Like I said, nobody didn't offend anybody, but it just need to be, the message, it needs to be out there. It need to be told from someone that's is seeing it, not just hearing it, but is witnessing it firsthand. Like, I'm right in the battlefield, watching what's going on, and it's not pretty. So, good night. God bless. Be kind to one another. God bless.